Tackle Junkies, what's going on, everyone? Really appreciate you guys and gals clicking on the video. We have a different kind of video for you guys today. I wasn't going to make a video on this, but after I'll just call it my second shipment, I figured I better make a video on this. And be honest, when I posted a picture, and I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen right now, and I posted that picture on my Instagram, Facebook, but there was a lot of interest in that on the YouTube community page. So I figured, you know what, let's make a video on this. It could be kind of fun, but I'm still going to give you guys my opinion if you guys should buy rods in the store or if you should order online, okay? So from the picture, you can see that I got a damaged rod, okay? Let me grab the tube. Now this here, this here is the first rod that showed up. Now this is from Carl's Bait and Tackle. I'll link them down below. Definitely check them out. Code TJ10 gets new members $10 off orders $25 or more. It'll be linked down below. Big shout out to Carl's for sponsoring today's video and for having awesome customer service. We'll get into that here in a second. But anyways, this rod had showed up, and it was a Guggen rod. If you guys remember some past videos, I have one Guggen green rod, and I ordered another Inception Sport Z, and I wanted another Guggen green rod for that reel. And it was I think it's the go-to rod. Is it on this half or is it on the other half? 7 foot, medium, heavy, fast. I believe it's called the go-to. It's on the other half, okay? So anyways, this is the rod. Actually, this is only partial of the tube. Let's see, here's the other part right here that I'm using for shipping. I sold some Yolotech sticks, so I cut the end of this tube off, and I have them in there. If you guys are curious too, if you guys ordered some rods or bought some rods from me, I have 3 tubes getting ready to go out on Monday. I'm making this video on Sunday, which is the same day you're going to see it, and my FedEx buddy, he's going to ship those rods for me hopefully tomorrow. So like I said, keep a lookout for that for those of you that bought a few rods from me. I'm not selling any more rods. I only sold a handful just to make some room for rods coming in, okay? So anyways, the Yolotech sticks and those rods will go out hopefully tomorrow. So anyways, this is the rod that showed up, okay? And you can see they tried to, I guess, repair the tube with some shrink wrap or whatever you want to call that, okay? Either way, the rod was still busted inside, but I guess she didn't want to like give it to me like this, like they did before. So they just kind of, you know, tried to stiffen it up a little bit with some shrink wrap, okay? But we all know what the outcome was inside, all right? Broken rod. And let's see here. Here is the front portion, right? And here's the butt section. Now, what I really want you guys to think about here, okay? Yes, it's a cardboard tube, right? But it's not like a cardboard box. That tube is pretty hard, okay? To be able to have enough force, right, to break the tube and the rod, I mean, I'd like to know what kind of like chokehold is my male person putting on these tubes to get him in that little truck. I think that's really where this is happening. When I ship tubes, or when I ship rods, and I don't do that often just because of this, because you just never know what could happen. I ship rods. This is a carpet tube. I get these at Lowe's or Home Depot. They're pretty solid. But the tubes that like I got from Carl's or even Tackle Warehouse, whatever, I believe they're actually stronger than these carpet tubes, okay? But I've shipped, gosh, a ton of these over the years through FedEx, and so far I've never had one get busted, okay? So, is it the mail carrier, you know, is it FedEx or USPS, or is it the tube? Is it people just don't give a darn anymore? I mean, what is the problem here? I mean, I probably have close to a couple grand of rods broken this year, okay? and majority of those came from USPS, again, with those smaller trucks. That's what I'm saying. I think she got to get some type of like, what's that guy's name? Hoist Gracie, is that his name? Some type of Hoist Gracie chokehold on these rod tubes, jam them in that truck. That's the only way they're gonna fit in them small little trucks. So my guess is they're getting broke as they're put into the trucks. I don't know. But like I said, here's the first rod delivered right here. The first Guggen green go-to rod delivered. Like I said, obviously it was broke, emailed Carl's, and instantly got a response back. New rod shipped out. Again, awesome customer service over there at Carl's. So yesterday, to be honest guys, I was in the garage yesterday. I was heating up one of my work trucks. If you guys don't know, I wash trucks for a living. So, you know, with water and all that, below freezing temperatures, I got to put a heater in the truck to get things kind of warmed up before I start the day. So yesterday I was warming things up, looking at the time. I knew that rod was going to get delivered yesterday, and I was hoping to be here. I even had my phone set up to kind of record it. And I think she came, or whoever delivered it came after I left. I was hoping to have this on video. Anyways, my son calls me, and I knew just from his tone, something was wrong with this package, right? So here is the second Guggen green go-to rod that showed up yesterday. Guys, you cannot make this stuff up. This is how this was delivered. No shrink wrap on this one, just a bit of tape. But yeah, I ordered the one-piece Guggen go-to rod. I'm sure some of you guys are gonna say, oh, it only broke because it's a Guggen rod. I ordered the Guggen one-piece and received like a three-piece. So yeah, I don't believe they even make a three-piece, but that's what I received here. Now, I will say on this package here, I guess we can just finish tearing this off here. Okay. On this package here, you'll see, I have my address here. Okay, on this package here, it does say fragile on it, right? But it also says received in damaged condition. So I doubt Carl's is going to send out the rod like this. So somewhere along the lines, when Carl's dropped it off at the post office or however that works, this happened, all right? Now we're gonna do a little demonstration here at the end of the video just for fun to show you guys just how hard these tubes are and the rod combined, you know, how much force you need just to break one of these tubes and rods. That's why I think this is like, it has to be done deliberate, or like people just do not care at all, which I believe is probably what it is. I mean, there's like, I don't think like, what do you call that? What's the word I'm looking for here? Quality control. It does like not exist anymore. And people just don't give a darn. Is really what it comes down to, I think. But you can see here, if you choose to buy online, this could happen. Again, keep in mind that I ship, and I believe a softer tube through FedEx and never had that problem. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that are gonna come on here and say, hey, I ship through FedEx, or this rod company shipped through FedEx and mine are broken too. And that could be the case, you know. It could happen, all right? It can happen with any mail carrier, right? I'm just saying, from all the tubes I've shipped, I bet I've probably shipped 30, 40 tubes. I've never had one broken through FedEx. Now, I'm sure there's gonna be guys that are gonna say, oh, any company that ships in cardboard, they're trash. You should be shipping in PVC. Well, you know what? I was with Dobbins Rods years ago. I had a 16 rod order from Dobbins in a 6-inch PVC tube. Came cracked in half and then taped up. Now the rods are not broken inside, but when I called Gary and talked to him about that, every one of those rods had to be pressure tested, because what kind of force would it take to crack a PVC tube? So like I said, all those rods had to go back. So for all the guys that say you should be shipping in PVC, you know, the 6-inch PVC tube was cracked as well. So like I said, I don't know what is going on with these tubes when they're shipped out. But like I said, I don't think anybody gives a dang anymore, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my take on it. Let me know down below what you guys think. But the other option is to buy in store. Okay, and I'm gonna give you my thought on that. I was one of those guys that in the beginning when I was buying rods, I wanted to buy in store. I wanted to see what I was getting, I wanted to feel it and all that. But when I went in there, one of the first times at Bass Pro to buy a rod, let me grab one here, not that it matters which one. This one got a, okay. Where's the tip at on the other one? Hold on. Looking for a tip. Here it is. Okay. So here's the tip, right? So when you're checking flex on a rod, I mean, I personally would never put it on the concrete. Okay, I'm pretty particular by equipment. So even when I had a buddy over here not too long ago, he was buying some rods from me. We were using the boat deck, the carpet, and just kind of flexing the tip, just comparing one rod to another to see the action of the rod. Okay, so when you're in store, that's what some guys want to do. They want to see the action. But what did I see when I went to Bass Pro? I seen a guy put the rod on the ground, step on the tip, and then go like this, okay? I seen that, and that just turned my stomach. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go to Bass Pro, spend $100, $200, $300, $400 on a rod, whatever it is, knowing that somebody's already stepped on the rod and could have possibly damaged it, okay? That's why a lot of times when I go to those stores and I look at the rods, you see a lot of the guys are already bent. And I do know guys that only buy rods at, you know, retailers, Bass Pro or wherever, and those guys break more rods than anybody I know. So to me, it's a lose-lose, all right? I prefer ordering online because if the rod does show up in one piece, I know that that rod wasn't messed with. It wasn't freaking stepped on. People checking the action, right? It wasn't stepped on. Like I said, as long as it arrived in one piece, I know I'm good, okay? So, I don't know. I guess, it's a gamble either way. You know what I'm saying? You can go in the store, look for the nicest rod, and hopefully nobody stepped on it, or you can take your chances ordering online, and hopefully it arrives in one piece. Ship or not ship, right, is the question. So, I'll leave it on you guys. Let me know down below your experiences and what you would do. But before we close the video out, I'm gonna set one of these tubes up on a bucket or something like that. You know what, let's call Big Sur down here. Big Sur, maybe even get my son Vinny. We're gonna set up some buckets and stuff and see what it takes to crack one of these tubes, okay? Let me get him real fast, hold on. Yo, Big Sur! Come here. Come here, have some fun. Big Sur. Big Sur. All right, dude. Yes. Come over here. Okay. We gotta get a spot here. We might have to move the camera around. I've been trying to tell these people. I told them how excited you were when the rod tube showed up and you knew the rod was broken. You're pretty excited to call me.
Perfect condition.
He had to call me video call. He goes, Dad, you're not gonna believe this. And I thought to myself, I knew the rod was coming. I knew what it was. And yes, it was a 3-piece rod. Anyways, I want you to get some shoes on.
Okay, I'll be right.
We're just gonna take this rod tube. I'm gonna put it on an angle right here, okay, from this futon to the floor, and see if you can crack it, okay? So go get your shoes on.
Okay.
Sandals? You do sandals?
Sure.
Okay, we'll do sandals. All right. So hold on. Okay. And then I may even let you break a rod, just because I want these people to see the force it's going to take you to break the cardboard and the rod. You have to think the rod is in the tube, so you have to have enough force to break the tube and break the rod, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. If anybody can do it, it's Big Sur.
It's not.
You know? Big Shirley. Okay.
Die.
Let me readjust the camera here.
Okay.
But I guess it doesn't matter. Now there's no rod in here. Okay.
One question.
I would think right here. You know?
Yeah.
Well, don't do anything yet. Hold on. Let me move the camera back here. Let me lower this. We're going to chop our heads off here, but we're only going to worry about what's on the ground here. Hold on. Hold on here.
Are we?
Okay.
All right. Go.
First, I'm 225, okay? You know, just standing on the rod, so just standing on it, you know, jumping on it. I'm not even denting the rod. This is a new dance. Okay, I'm not even denting the rod, okay? 225.
Oh, I don't know why I'm breaking this.
Big Sur.
Yeah.
Put your foot on it, man.
Oh God. Yeah.
So hold on, he just jumped on this rod, okay? Jumped on, what are you, 150, 140? He's 140. He jumped on it, okay? So he jumped. He jumped on it. 150 pounds, 140 pounds. Barely creased it. Barely creased it, okay? Right there. Okay, let's do it again.
Okay.
Okay. So it took a handful of jumps to crack this tube here, all right?
Yeah.
So do we think that the mailman, he either don't like us, maybe he don't like us,
Yeah.
and before he delivers, he's putting this rod tube on his bumper, right?
And drive it
And
over.
cracking it.
A little bit.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
that's
let's
how
try
I
something
should.
else. Try something else here.
I just got one little question.
What?
There's supposed to be a handle on there, right?
There should be a handle on this. I thought maybe we could use that for ice fishing or something. Okay.
Okay.
So you've seen what it took for Big Mike to crack this, right? Okay. Okay. Now, breaking a rod really isn't that hard, okay? But still, it took 150 pounds jumping on it a handful of times to break that.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, this rod here, you guys see this? This rod broke. Where's it at? Right here at the butt, okay? That's probably the strongest part of the rod, okay? So we're gonna come up a bit here, Mike, okay? Let me go ahead and raise the camera up a little bit here.
I don't think I can do this.
Hold on. Hold on.
I put it against my knee.
Hold on.
Okay.
You do what you gotta do. Break it. I mean, they broke it right here. See if you can break it like right in here.
Okay.
I don't want to crack you in the chin.
It'll crack me in the chin. God. God. You give this a try.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to have enough force to break the tube and break the rod.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what gets me here. You know, I mean, I'm sure I can crack this thing in half with my knee. Yeah, see, I can definitely crack this thing.
Yeah.
But still, look at the flex on that rod, okay? So even when the tube breaks, the rod is gonna flex. You know what I'm saying? You guys get that? So you have the flex of the rod and it's still breaking. I mean, I'm sure I can do this right here. Ow! Okay? So, but that took a lot of force,
Yeah.
right? A lot of force to break the rod and the tube.
Huh?
What is it called, an exorcist? Okay guys, enough joking around. I mean, all in all, I wanted this to be somewhat a serious video to really give you guys my opinion if you should order online or buy at a retailer. And Mike, I told him I thought it was best to still order online. You have a 50-50 shot of your rod showing up in one piece, to where if you go to like Bass Pro, we've seen guys stand on the rod tips before and test the action and all that, and I personally don't want a rod that's been stepped on, you know. What are your thoughts on that?
Sucks.
It sucks.
It came 3 times like that. One in the shape of a candy cane. And the other one did straight break down the middle.
Did you guys get that jibber jabber? Okay.
Yeah.
Big Sur?
Big guy.
Okay. Anyways, guys, we're gonna close out the video. Be sure to smash the thumbs up for Big Sur. You know, I was calling it Big Shirley for a while, but I kind of like Big Sur. Let's vote on that. Do you guys like Big Shirley or Big Sur?
Big Sur.
Big Sur. I like Big Sur.
I like Big Sur.
What do you call me?
D-I.
Go ahead and tell them how you do it.
D-I.
Do-a.
Die.
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 Guys are out. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic Sunday. We love you guys, and we will see you guys on the next one. We're out.
Goodbye.